The U4R Differences Summer School, it's a major achievement of our project that we have organized, and we are nearly at halfway through our project, and we just submitted our midterm report. And it's, I think, an achievement also because it shows how much in this year and a half, in this 18 months, our 4 academies have worked together in establishing or trying to establish or start to establish a research environment, which is artistic research is the core of our project. Create and foster the creation of a research environment in every academy, but also a shared research environment, is one of the core objectives of U4R Differences.
Our focus is on artistic research, and we try to install 4 different labs for artistic research in the 3rd cycle at each academy. And this summer school where we are at the moment is our first possibility to bring together students and PhD candidates from the 4 different academies to get in touch with each other and hopefully to find intersections in their topics and work together during the next months.
During these 4 days, we choose this location, the Casa San Silvestro, the monastery in Monte Compatri, to create a physical environment which mirror itself in a series of digital environments.
What we had were lectures in the morning, webinars on different aspects of technologies connected to artistic practice and to artistic questions from really different viewpoints, and in the afternoons it was not continued as a theoretical input, but we had workshops on different topics related to the morning topics, which also gave the possibility to experience your body interacting with others and thinking about group behaviors and about joint experiences, approach to artistic practice, to group experience and to discussions in general.
First day we had it with Stine, and it was really interesting, and it was really the opposite of the online lectures, because we were really in touch with each other, literally, because she worked with us in a participatory manner, and we done some bodily exercise, how to think and move together as a group. So there was one which I particularly liked, which was about breathing, and we were lying on the ground and put our heads in each other's stomach and feel the breath of the other, and we done this for the time. Then all of us became like one organism and breathing together.
The second workshop was held by Cinzia Pietri-Beasi. We actually collect some data, environmental data, to visually see what's in the air. She gave to us a critters kit with a microscope and some glasses, glue to collect environment data and enrich the archive she built up.
This morning we collected it and fixed, so hopefully there's some interesting material and life on it. And also she actually tasked me to carry on for 10 days this in Budapest and send her back. So it will be interesting to see what's inside and outside of the home where I live in.
When you move all this, then you think about your head. What is walking? Copy others' way of walking.
There was quite an old workshops. My favorite was yesterday about FNF school in Zurich and about the discussion of FNF school and if the topic of performance is still interesting for our modern society, if we will do any somehow performance as fine artists, or there are already performance platforms like TikTok or Instagram. That was my topic of the reality of performance of the theater too and of digitalization of this all.
Oh, but about the third workshop, it was kind of fun. We finished the lecture about the FF school, and then I went on the terrace, and I go out there and I see like them all from this view. They're just going insane. And I couldn't go to join because my first priority was to film it. That's how it should be. Because like one was spinning all the time, someone was laying in the grass, someone was like jumping weirdly, and it was so beautiful. Like such a crazy composition to have. So I like most of the workshop, of course I did join after that, but the start of the workshop I was just spending just staring at them and filming them, and yeah, it was like a nice scenery to have.
Workshop which will take place in short break, the minutes and then...
The fourth workshop was held by Luigi Paglierini, who is very seminal art in the Italian scene. He started to work with digital art and robotic very early. In the first part of the workshop he presented his work, making his background in neuropsychology, and in the second part we contributed to one of his art projects that is called Paglierini Code. This code is based on the Boolean logic, but also on the binary code we actually use every day through our laptop and digital devices. In the second part, we apply his personal code, Paglierini code, to some canvas. After that, we physically mixed together all the canvas we painted, adopting the Paglierini style, and meshed up all different pieces. After we mixed all the canvas together, we made a very interesting reflection about the role of the artist in our society, because actually the workshop begins with each artist his own canvas, but at the end, mixing up all together, it became like a co-working practice.
Lectures, we are more into this more structured and more digital way of doing research. But personally, I think that in artistic research, this kind of more being in the moment and do not really know where we're going, but finding out at the same time when we're doing is like an important method of finding new ways. So it's not with a fixed ending, and somehow we try to do it here together in this research catalog boards. We don't really know what will be the end product, because we don't really know how each of us will participate, what we'll put in, but every time when you log in you see that what others put there, so you try to like go opposite of them or work as a group.
The Research Catalog is a platform developed and supported by the Society of Artistic Research, that basically can be used for researcher students to publish their own works. One of the main aspects of the research catalog that can be peer review, so it's very academic and structured paper can be published there. As U4Art project, we use the research catalog in the summer school for the first time to elaborate, to reflect about the topics that the summer school raised during the 4 days here in Monte Compatri. So we create 2 private groups, one for the students and one for the senior scientists. Each day, and different time of the day according to the monastery time, I personally upload some tasks for students and professor, but they weren't actually tasks, much more like inputs that were related to the topics and of the talks and the webinar that we heard here. We could elaborate the topics and make comparison with the others about what we think about what. So it's such a very powerful tool, actually.
So there is a visible routine, which is in itself split in 2. So the morning is devoted to digital conferences and the afternoon is devoted to physical encounters, so workshops that are specifically designed to build physical and emotional community. The summer school is at the same time linking the 4 academies, linking the digital and the physical world, and also linking a physical presence and then a memory that we then all build together once that we will be back in our environments.